homes and buying, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him in quite some time.
People get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever.
If he's burning through 5, 6, 7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities, so.
This is not a rumor. It's real. Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated, the untouchable, Mr. Money himself, just got roasted by his own blood. One of his family members flat out said, "He's acting like an idiot." Not the media, not a rival boxer, his own flesh and blood. Why? Because $402 million just disappeared. Gone. Vanished, like a puff of smoke from one of those cigars he flexes in his luxury cars. And the wildest part? That's just the beginning. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to see a completely different side of Mayweather. One he desperately wanted to keep hidden. We're talking betrayal, financial chaos, FBI investigations, and at
one time, we was coming up, we have never had argument out in our life, me and him. Then we had an argument on what was the name of it? HBO. We was on HBO. Then another time we argued over by the car. I'm saying, what is all this about? I'm just saying, and we never had no argument. All of a sudden, I don't know. I'm just telling you, man. It is or it ain't. Sometimes, hey, when people get, it ain't about me training or anything like that. People get money, man. Things change. I don't care whether it's your father, mother, whoever. Father, mother, brother, sister, name it. If sometimes when people get money.
Family that's finally had enough. And yeah, there's drama. But there's also something most people missed. Something that could destroy what's left of Mayweather's brand for good. Let's break this down. This wasn't just some bad investment. This wasn't losing a few bets at a Vegas table. We're talking about $402 million evaporating from Mayweather's empire in less than a year. Now let's put that into perspective. That's more than the GDP of some small countries. That's Super Bowl ad-level money, multiplied by 10. So how does the self-proclaimed smartest businessman in boxing fall into that kind of trap? Here's what happened. Floyd got involved with what insiders are calling a luxury scam network. Private jets, cryptocurrency deals, real estate flips.
I have no idea. I mean, like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much. So we don't really get a chance to talk very much. And so I don't really know what's going on. I know he's doing things that, to better his life, like, buying homes and buying, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know. But I haven't heard anything.
It was all smoke and mirrors. A company promised him triple returns. Triple. He invested heavy, got some cash back early on. Classic Ponzi-style bait. But then the returns stopped, the calls dropped, and the feds started poking around. Turns out the company was already under investigation. But get this, Mayweather's team never checked. They were so blinded by the dollar signs they didn't even do a basic background check. That's when the walls started closing in. Here's where things get personal, real personal. When word got out that Mayweather lost over $400 million, You'd expect sympathy from his inner circle, right? Nope. His own uncle, who's been with him.
A quick heist. I'm gonna let y'all know this. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. At the end of the day, I'm the smart one. Because I don't care if you write good about me, you write bad about me, just keep writing about me.
Since his early boxing days, said on a hot mic, and I quote, "He's an idiot for this. I warned him. I told him to stop flexing and start listening. But Floyd don't listen to nobody." That clip hit the internet like a hurricane. Twitter exploded. Fans were stunned. Haters, they were celebrating like it was Christmas. But it didn't stop there. A cousin of Floyd even posted on Instagram saying, "We've been trying to talk to him for years, but he's too rich to care. Now look, this isn't some media spin. These are his people, and they're not just angry. They're embarrassed, because when the family name is tied to a financial disaster of this scale, everybody feels the burn."
Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
I
we
see what you're
say
saying.
we make $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. Yeah. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got 10 billion. And I hope he get out of this problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
Yeah, I think he could do that with no problem. I think he got all the money in the world. I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, you know, we've been involved with something and we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we was doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And nah, they don't want to drop the case. You be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail. They don't want to drop it, and you find yourself 9-10 months later sitting there like, oh shit, this shit's getting real. So I think that's the problem he's going through. I think it may be getting real.
Let's be honest. Floyd Mayweather didn't lose that money because of bad luck. He lost it because he's built an empire on ego. Private jets, luxury watches, Instagram flexes, that was the brand. But ego, when left unchecked, turns into something dangerous. Delusion. Floyd thought he was untouchable, that no one could scam him, that every investment he touched would turn to gold. But here's the truth. Confidence is good. Arrogance is blinding. He didn't take advice. He dismissed financial advisors. And worst of all, he surrounded himself with yes men who only told him what he wanted to hear. It's not that Mayweather didn't have chances to avoid this. He did, but his pride...
Floyd Mayweather, after the Aaron Chambers fight, went to Monaco and put 11 million on black. 50 million on black.
Everyone earns their own money. You do what you want with your money. Right?
Yeah.
But to an extent, I don't respect it because you're someone that's in such a seat of influence. Especially when like we were younger. We used to
look up to Floyd.
And what's he teaching the guys growing up? Well, spunk your money on
casino, dumb shit.
Work so hard to get it, and then throw it away in the casino. Like, come on, man.
That's the thing. So that lifestyle, Floyd is not one thing. He's come back to the exhibition with that, right?
Sure.
Probably, I don't think Floyd. Don't get me wrong.
I think his level of broke is our level of rich.
I'd kept him from seeing the storm coming. Now here's the part that's still flying under the radar. Sources close to the case say that the FBI has opened a file tied directly to Mayweather's transactions. Not because he did something illegal, but because the scammers he worked with are already under surveillance. And guess who's on the email chains? Guess who attended the meetings? Guess whose name shows up on offshore bank transfer logs? Yep, Mayweather. Again, not as a criminal, but as someone who was way too close to people who knew what they were doing. And that proximity, it's dangerous, because now Mayweather might be called as a witness, or worse, they might freeze assets just to trace the money trail. The man who once said,
Come on.
drive.
I am Money might be watching that very same money get locked up by federal agents, and the internet already eating it up. Floyd built his empire in the ring, but he expanded it online. Instagram was his arena, and he ruled it with gold chains, Bentleys, and wads of cash. But when the $402 million collapse hit, the tone shifted instantly. Memes started flying. Fans posted Mayweather no more. Even boxing forums, which are usually pretty loyal, started turning on him. But the harshest comments came from people who used to admire him. Entrepreneurs, young athletes, hustlers who followed his playbook. They're now calling him reckless, arrogant, out of touch. Because here's the thing, Mayweather was always about winning.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather supposedly is held hostage in Dubai. Vontae Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them to get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul like 2 years ago said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
In and out of the ring. Now he's being seen as the guy who couldn't even protect his own fortune. This was shocking. A leaked video, quietly filmed during a private event, showed Mayweather looking drained. No smile, no shades. Just him, sitting alone, checking his phone, not saying a word. A former trainer who was present said, "I've never seen him like that." Floyd always walks into a room like he owns it. But that day, he looked like a man who just got hit with a knockout he didn't see coming. And here's where it gets real, because no matter how rich or famous you are, losing $402 million hits differently. It's not just about the money, it's about the shame.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was gonna beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think he did that?
He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight? Gonna be there. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You're next in line. This is next in line.
Is there like a
The last question you guys got to wrap
Is there like a love-hate war? Like,
yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
And he, cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
The regret, the realization that your inner circle might be right, that your enemies might be laughing, and that your family, the ones who tried to warn you, now see you as a cautionary tale. That stings harder than any punch ever thrown. Here's the $1 million question. Actually, scratch that.